Okay, should we just go ahead and tell everybody the news?
Let's do it.
We're having baby number 3!
We're pregnant!
Woo! Crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
But also not. I feel like this experience versus like finding out we were pregnant with our second is literally the complete opposite side of the coin.
Oh, yeah. We were genuinely so stoked when we read the positive pregnancy test.
Yeah.
It was just like pure joy.
Like, we love our second child. I feel like we've said this a million times, but I do know that a lot of you out there can relate. Like, having an unplanned pregnancy is like every baby is a blessing and we love him endlessly and we cannot imagine our lives without our second, but it's a totally different experience in early pregnancy, like first finding out, when you're like expecting it, planning for it, like looking forward to it, and then just like completely feeling like you got the rug swiped from under you.
How did you convince me to do this? How did this
that's a you question, because I did say, I was like, you have to be fully on board. Like, as much as like I'm on board, you also need to be on board for obvious reasons. You're the father of the child.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to also be like ready for it, excited for it even. So I don't know what got me to change your mind.
No, I honestly think it goes back to the holidays. We were with family around Christmas, Thanksgiving, that whole holiday season. And I was just looking around and realizing how valuable family is. Mm-hmm. And even though the newborn stage can be tough, I was like, wait a minute. We could potentially have like this really big, lively, fun, joyful family. And that was kind of like, I think, the first time that I actually genuinely was thinking about trying for a third.
I mean, that's when the conversation started.
Yeah.
And I remember that, like Thanksgiving, Christmas time last year is when the conversation started. And then we just kept talking about it for months and months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I want to say I brought it up to you at the start of the year. Like, hey, what do you think about this? And then like a week later, you got your IUD out.
No.
We did have a pregnancy scare. Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, because we thought that there was maybe something still in my system before I got it removed, because we knew that we were being very careful after we had it removed.
But I was shocked. Like, I told you before we took that test, this was back in like, what, February, March? I forget. But I told you before we took the test, hey, no matter what, this is going to be a great thing. But after we saw the negative, like it said negative, we were like, okay.
Well, because I didn't want another unplanned one.
Yeah,
like, and that would have been, you didn't describe it very well. Yeah. For those wondering, like, my period was late after getting my IUD removed because my hormones were just like still readjusting. But in our like paranoid brains, we thought that because we had intercourse the day before I got my IUD removed, that there was a chance that something was like in my system and it like worked its way, and like, which would have been fine and great and totally fine. But we would have also been surprised and caught with our pants down in a way.
Which, by the way, we have friends that happened to. They had the relations literally the day before she got the IUD out, and boom, they got pregnant.
That wasn't our story though.
Not our story.
We were just paranoid that it could have happened because we knew of people that had happened to. But no, we were very careful the entire time. We had no IUD and we're like just still talking about it.
I thought it was so funny though, because I mean, I know you and your girlfriends at the gym, like you guys, you're always talking, you're always chatting.
You always just act like we're just friends at the gym. We are friends. Well, just friends.
That's where you met your friends. But like, you go to the park with the kids, you ladies are chatting, and like every time we'd hang out with the husbands and everyone together, it was so random. I don't know how this happened, but people would come up to me and say, "Hey Matt, when you going for the third? I heard you guys are talking about that." Like that was something that was brought up. And
I have no idea.
And I was like, I think my wife has something to do with this.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You have no idea what I'm talking about?
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. But seriously though, it is crazy how like 2 years ago, Abby and I truly were parenting on expert mode. Like, if you ever play a video game and you can choose like the level, we were on
the
expert
difficulty
mode.
Level.
Okay. It felt like I was calling my parents all the time, just saying, thank you so much for doing this for me, because I had no idea how hard this was.
Yeah, because you and your brother were only like 18 months apart.
Yeah, we were close too. And something shifted though, like I think when our son started going to the bathroom on his own, our 3-year-old, I'm like, I feel like we're parenting on easy mode. Like we're changing half the diapers we used to change.
Yeah.
Like he can practically get himself dressed now.
Yeah.
And then when our kids play, like they just play together. Like I don't have to constantly entertain them 24/7. Like I can just play with them when I want to play with them, and it's genuinely fun. I don't have to like do literally every single little thing for them just to make sure that they're cared for,
Mm-hmm.
And so kind of going from expert mode to easy mode was like, dude, let's send it. So Abby, you can fill in the details here, but essentially you told me I want to get pregnant basically in the summertime. That way I have this baby before the summer of 2026.
Well, yeah, I was like, it's either like around these months or a year from now, because I have been very big pregnant in the summer twice. Like we had a July baby and an August baby, and in Arizona, being like full term pregnant in the heat of July and August, it's very unpleasant.
It's literally 114 degrees outside right now, you guys. And yesterday it was 113, 115. I forget what the temperature was yesterday, but
yeah. And we also
toasty.
like to try to get away when it's like that hot if we can. And so that's what we did this year. We were traveling a lot, and I'm like, we can't do that if we're going to be having a baby, which has happened to us 2 summers, not this past summer or the summer before that, but 2 before that. Those were like kind of miserable for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's either June or it's like literally next spring.
I was taking a look at Abby's app that she has to track her period. It's called Clue. She's had it since she was in high school. And I noticed...
It's not like a fertility tracker.
It's not a fertility tracker, but it does give you a general guideline of like when the fertile window is. And
also, is it fertile or fertile?
I actually don't know. Could someone let us know in the comments, please?
I think it's fertile. I don't know why you always say fertile.
You know what? I probably have mispronounced that my entire life.
It's
fine.
I
think I'm realizing that right now.
No, you might be right, but I just want to check.
I think fertile is the correct way. Let's hear the translation.
Fertile.
Wow. Rhymes with turtle.
I think you probably said fertile our entire...
I think I've always said fertile.
Yeah, I never said anything, but now I was
That's
like, a lot of people might hear you say fertile, and I want to just step in here.
Everyone's going to go make fun of me now. It's okay. Hey,
no, just
feel
think
free.
about turtle, but fertile.
I'm going to keep saying fertile.
Okay, fine. We all know what you mean.
Anyway, that window was June 6th through 12th. And
wow, you're giving them the data.
Yeah, I literally have the date written down right here. I've got the exact date. And let me just tell you guys, that was probably the best week of my entire life.
Okay.
I'm serious. Like, I felt like a king, and it just felt like with the first 2... Why are you...
Way that you just so genuinely said that was the best week of my entire life.
It was great. It was a really great week, and I think it was just like we both knew what we were doing, and we both were on like a mission, and we were fully aligned in that. It just felt like
we're so in love.
Yeah, we just felt so in love. Honestly, we just felt so in love.
You don't feel like that all the time?
I felt like it that week for sure. Like it just was it was so good.
That week happened, and then I don't know what the timeline is between like after that and like when you find out. I think there's like about 2 weeks where you're kind of just like, what do we do here? And I feel like, remind me, was I like, I felt like I was having some symptoms early on, but you never know if you're just like imagining them, because they're also very similar to period symptoms.
And I want to say that you had one of the first symptoms that you had last time you were pregnant, which was aversions to like onion and aversions to just different foods. And you mentioned that to me, and I'm like, babe, I think you're pregnant. Like,
when was that? I don't remember that.
I want to say while we were in Disneyland. Like I want to say there was some smell that was just like giving you the ick.
Oh yeah, you might have been right about that.
What was it? I feel like it's always onion. Was it onion?
Yeah, maybe.
Was it a certain food that you like didn't like?
Whatever it wasn't like strong enough to make me like necessarily feel confident that I was pregnant. But also I was like, I don't like playing games of like taking pregnancy tests. Like I just want to wait until like basically the day of my miss period.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to ever just be staring at a test, like wondering if there's a line, or like just driving myself crazy. So we're just like waiting it out. And I don't think I had any strong symptoms before we took a test. Did I have any? Okay, maybe the smell thing.
I think it was the smell. I want to say I noticed your boobs getting a little bit bigger. I want to say that. Like,
maybe.
I think I noticed some slight changes.
Really? That early on?
I want to say I did.
In my soul, though, in my spirit, I did know that I was pregnant. Like, I just felt really, like I felt like I was. And so, I think it was one day before my periods when we took the test.
Yeah.
And I think it was like kind of you that were like, I was just like feeling nervous about it and like kind of jittery. Like I just want to know, but then also I'm like, I feel like I should wait until the day of the miss period. Like you're just kind of like going back and forth, and then you're finally like we were just having such a good day, and we're like, let's just do it. And so, well, you kind of were like, let's just take it.
Yeah, and that day was June 24th at 3:32 p.m. I literally have it written down exactly when it was.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we're like, we can get away for just a minute and just see. And yeah, I was pretty confident that I was at that point.
Yeah.
And you were too?
Oh, so confident.
I would have been really sad if
really?
I wasn't. Yeah,
really
probably.
Sad?
Probably.
I think I told you. I think I had a feeling that would probably be how you'd react now that I'm thinking about this. Because, like, in my head, if that wouldn't have been the one, I would have been like, oh, next time for sure. Like,
totally,
I don't know.
Totally. I would have thought that too, but then I guess there's still, like, a little disappointment.
Yeah. Sometimes in life, I tend to have, like, the glass half full mentality of, like, everything's going to work out.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be good. So if that wouldn't have been the positive one, I just, like, for whatever reason, knew that it was going to be positive the next month. But yeah, I remember telling you though, hey, if this isn't the one, it's okay.
Yeah.
And we'll get them next time. And I love you and I care about you.
Mm-hmm.
And and we took it and it said pregnant.
It's just like people, you can't anticipate how emotional this process is going to be until you're going through it. But like, it's just always, maybe not for every woman, but for most women that I talk to, like it is just such an emotional process because it's just like, I don't know, there's just so much tied up in it. It feels like the stakes are so high. Like you're like, I'm either finding out that I have our child like growing right now inside me that we're going to meet someday, or it's just like, it's not happening. And then like, why is it not happening? Or, you know, all these other things. So it is just an emotional time. But I also can say that like that day I did feel really calm. Given my situation.
Our son just turned 2 years old, which means that he is old enough
to have
graduated. Hiya vitamins.
And that is really something to celebrate in this household. Our kids love their vitamins, and it's become such a staple in our mornings. They call it canny, which means candy, which is ironic because typical children's vitamins are basically just that, candy in disguise, filled with 5 grams of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy junk growing kids should never eat.
But that is why Hiya was created, a super-powered chewable vitamin formulated with the help of pediatricians and nutritional experts. Hiya is pressed with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies, then supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals.
Plus, they come in these refillable bottles that your kids will get a little sticker packet to decorate and personalize, kind of make them feel a part of this experience, take a little ownership. Our kids love it. And are you also tired of battling your kids to eat their greens? Hiya now has Kids Daily Greens Plus Superfoods, a chocolate-flavored greens powder designed specifically for kids, packed with 55 plus whole food ingredients to support brain power, development, and digestion. Just scoop, shake, and sip with any milk or non-dairy beverage for a delicious and nutritious boost your kids will actually enjoy.
The same multivitamin that more than 1 million kids and parents love are now available with Disney's The Lion King. With the new Lion King unboxing experience, including Lion King bottle and Lion King stickers. And we've worked out a special deal with Hiya for the best-selling children's vitamins. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim the deal, you must go to hiyahealth.com/unplanned. This deal is not available on the regular website. Go to HIYAHEALTH.com/unplanned and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults. I just remember being so just genuinely excited and
well, okay, I also want to say I wanted to take the test together.
Yeah.
Because both times I took them independently.
That's right. Wait, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
You're right. So that I didn't even put that together.
And
so that was the first time.
I wanted you to look at the test first.
Yes.
Because I just was like, this would be just like so fun and different than what we've done in the past. Because then like you get to tell me, obviously 1 second later, but I don't know why it was just kind of fun that you got to read the test first.
Why is that just registering right now that the first 2 you did by yourself? Yeah, we did that together. That's so cool.
Yeah. I wanted you there because it just made me feel calmer and like also like this time around like we knew it's not like as, you know, mysterious as the first time or as like shocking as our second time was. Like it just felt really calm and like meant to be and right. Yeah. And I just wanted you to be there during it. And I also wanted you to be like about as equally a part of it as you could be by being the first to read the test. And obviously you told me right away, you said you're pregnant or something like that. What'd you say?
Yeah. I don't remember what I said, but I was excited because leading up to this, while we were trying, we kept asking Griffin, do you want a brother or a sister? And every single time without fail, Griffin has told us a sister.
I know.
Every single time. And I don't know why specifically he decided that. Like I know our youngest Augie is always drawn to older girls. He always wants to hang out with, if there's like an 8-year-old or 9-year-old girl, he just wants to like for them to be his
like mother him.
Yeah, honestly, be like the mother to him. Or he's also kind of a flirt too. Like anytime he
Yeah.
sees older girls, so always just
He's
like
just
smile at
smiling.
them
Yeah.
and interact with them. But yeah, Griffin's been telling his sister, and that was kind of fun to then see that test.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. We'll go into that later.
We don't. Yeah, we'll get into that later. But I'm trying to think, who were the first people that we told? Do you remember who the first person was? It wasn't my parents because we wanted to tell them in person, and
Well, I told my trainer at the gym because I didn't want to do anything.
That's right. I think that was definitely one of the first.
Yeah, I told her like the next day because I just didn't want to do anything that was unsafe.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously that early on, there's not many like modifications you need to do.
Totally.
But yeah, I did notice like the first big change I noticed in like my body was my heart rate immediately went up, and I felt that at the gym. Like my heart rate was already starting to just like climb and climb and climb. And so that's why I wanted to tell her, because I was like, I just want to make sure that like I'm doing everything safe and healthy for the baby.
Yeah.
Like that's obviously my first priority by far. And so I just wanted her to know and just have eyes on it, because they are really well trained until I know what to do for like activity that's safe during each stage of pregnancy and even postpartum. So I was like, I just want her to know. So I like told her just like quietly. And then, do you remember this?
What?
I was hanging out like on a mommy like toddler play date, and like two of my like closest friends, they like knew that there was a chance that I was pregnant.
Oh, because did you tell them that we were trying?
I told them, yeah.
Okay.
And so then they just like asked me. I just didn't say anything, and then they just like looked at me, and then they both started crying because they knew like how much like we had been talking about this and like trying to decide what to do or like when's the right time. And so they were just like so stoked for me, which was really fun.
That's really sweet.
It was really sweet. But I was like, oh, I kind of spilled the beans twice now. Like I got to keep it in. So then who else did we tell?
Well, I think since you had told them that night, we got together with our friends. We did a game night.
Oh, with their husbands.
With your girlfriends and their husbands. And so I was pretending to get a picture with my friends, Bennett and Maverick. And while we were taking the picture, I said, say Abby's pregnant. And then they freaked out.
They freaked out.
They freaked out. They
stoked.
lost it. They were crying. They were so emotional.
No, they were. All of our friends have been so happy for us. No, really sweet.
They've been really happy.
But at that point, we were like waiting for this shirt to come in, because it was like our big plan to tell my parents with this shirt. We'll put our second child in it, and it says middle child energy.
Yeah.
Which we've always joked that like Augie makes perfect sense when you think of that, when you realize that he's just a middle child.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a joke and lighthearted, but we're like, we need that shirt to come in. So they were waiting for that to arrive in the mail, and I think it was like coming like a week later after we found out, like not too long. And so like the day that it came, I was like, we have to tell them right away. And so I was like, hey, Mom, Dad, come over here. You have to see what, I think I got this, what did I say? I got this really funny thing for the kids or something.
Yeah, you got to check out this shirt.
They like opened the Amazon package, and they're like, what? No way. My mom acted like she knew already.
Yeah, I think with her, it was one of those things where, do you think they were onto us, or is it just the fact that it's the third, so they're not as shocked? Like with the first, they were very shocked, but by the time you're going for a third.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. We use that shirt.
They're very happy and excited, but I think that it's just like less shocking each time, because it's like we've already like started our family. They know that that's like the most important thing to us. Yeah. And so, yeah.
And then same thing, we I think a couple of days later went to our friend's house, and my brother and sister-in-law were there, and we still hadn't told them. So we're like, what if we just tell them all at the same time and have Augie walk in his middle child energy shirt and see who the first person is to figure it out. So we head inside their house for this birthday dinner.
The only reason they thought something of it is because you were recording.
Yeah, so
Caleb was like, why are you recording?
Yeah, Caleb looked at me like, why the frick are you vlogging right now? Because like I used to vlog pretty much every day when we lived in Hawaii, but recently
like we never really vlogged those moments anymore.
Yeah, I don't really like vlog that much anymore. So he's like, what's going on? And he looks at Augie's shirt, and he's like, oh my gosh, you're pregnant. Abby's pregnant, and he's freaking out. And they're like, what? How do you know? Like, what? And they eventually all see Augie's shirt, and that's when our friend goes, I'm pregnant too. And so And everyone's like, oh
I
my
knew that
gosh.
there was I honestly, before we walked in there, I was like, I bet she's pregnant too. But I didn't say it because I was like, I don't know. I was just speculating.
And the fun thing too is like our sister-in-law is pregnant, so all the women in this house are now pregnant at the same time together, and everyone's
So
freaking
fun.
out.
I know, it's so fun. I actually have so many friends that are pregnant. Obviously, both my sister-in-laws are pregnant, but I almost like consider them just like they're in a whole different tier of their own. I actually want to be super aware of like them having their moment, you know, like having their babies, and like we celebrate them to the fullest, and like
Totally.
that's really important to me. But then also it's just so special that we're going to have all the babies close together, because that's just fun. And it's great. Like, I feel like they have just a stronger bond when they're really close. There's a really special bond if there is an age gap, but also like I love that they're going to be in the same activities together, in the same stage of life together.
Yeah.
It's just really fun. And it's also just really fun for me, like community wise, to raise my kids at the same time as them, like alongside them. And then you can help like ask questions like, how many bottles are they taking a day, or like things like that. You just feel like you're on par, because even now I feel so like we have a 2-year-old. I feel so removed from that stage. Like when you're walking alongside someone with like babies that are very close in age, you feel just like, I don't know, there's just a bond, and there's just a community element there that's really, really special.
A lot of our friends that are pregnant, you guys are probably not aware of it, because a lot of them are like not social media people that you guys would know. They're just our friends that we've met in our community, at the gym, you know, neighbors. There's like this whole life that we have that exists offline. Even though we do share a lot on here, there's like a lot that we don't share online. So it's a lot of those people, and it's so much fun that we get to go through that and experience that with them, because you guys are all going to have newborns at the same exact time.
I can literally think of 7 off the top of my head that are pregnant, but I think there's more.
Oh my gosh.
7 close friends that are pregnant.
And in addition to that, we have both of our sister-in-laws who are pregnant. So it's like all the sister-in-laws in our family are pregnant at the same time, which is amazing. That's so much fun. But they're like
about to have their babies. So I know. So we'll let them get their bearings, and then we'll just
wait. You guys need to do another sister-in-laws episode.
That'd be fun.
The 3 of you.
I was thinking that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Do you think you should do it like before or after they deliver?
Well, we really gotta hurry because Addie's 39 weeks tomorrow.
39 weeks tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's gonna be.
I feel like we should just wait to let her get settled.
Yeah, she's like in the thick of it right now. I think we'll make an entire episode about this, and you guys can probably submit questions to ask us about the first trimester. But it hasn't been easy for Abby. She's been sick. She's been very nauseous. But you haven't thrown up yet, right? You haven't thrown up somehow.
And honestly, it was kind of eerie for me. Obviously, like, yes, I've been nauseous, but you saying it's been really tough. I'm like, so I've been pregnant 3 times. This pregnancy is more different than the other 2 were, in the sense that I haven't thrown up. I also haven't been like as nauseous, as craving, as aversiony, like haven't had that as emotional. Like I haven't had the peaks of those. You know what I mean? Like I feel like everything has just been so much more mild.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's been way more is I've been way more tired. So I don't know. I feel like some people are like, well, then that means you might be having a girl because my other 2 are boys. And I'm like, I don't know about that, because I have so many friends that have had the same gender, but their pregnancies were just drastically different both times.
Yeah.
And like even your mom, she had all boys, and she was like, I thought for sure my 3rd was a girl because I felt so different. And so that's not like convincing me that like it's different, but it's just been different. Like to have experience things differently, and it honestly gave me like paranoia, like anxiety, fear was coming in, because I never did like a pregnancy confirmation appointment. We were just traveling a lot, and my doctor actually said it wasn't necessary. They're like, unless you have any like concerns, then you can just wait until your like 9-10 week appointment. Yeah. I got to like over 7 weeks, and I was still not having strong symptoms. I started to get really freaked out, honestly. I was like, I really hope everything's okay, to the point where I've never done this with either one of my pregnancies, but I was like, I just like kept taking pregnancy tests, because I was like, even though I was like over 7 weeks, like I was like, why do I just not feel pregnant? I think I asked you every day, like, do you think I'm pregnant? And you're like, yes.
Well, I mean, you weren't having quite the nausea that you had in the past, but I noticed that your body was changing. I noticed that your appetite, I think, had increased, and we had the positive pregnancy test. We had, something that's over 99.9% accurate. Yeah, you had no period, and you were really, really worried about miscarriage.
I just felt so different.
I went and got some HCG tests because apparently those are what you can use to like look at your HCG levels.
And let me tell you, taking those tests did not make me feel any less worried.
I have talked about Zocdoc so much that my sister-in-law told me today that she used it to schedule her dentist appointment.
How'd it go, Addie?
It went great.
It went great, guys.
It went great.
It went great.
If you haven't used Zocdoc, it is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. You can book in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty.
You can even filter for doctors who take your insurance, who are located nearby and are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and who are highly rated by verified patients. I feel like that's half the battle, is trying to find someone that takes your insurance, that meets your medical needs, and is close by to you. Like the fact that this app filters all that for you and arranges it, that's like 50% of the battle.
And it's so freaking convenient. You can even do your appointment while you're on a hike. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I happened to be on a hike a couple weeks ago and I realized, holy crap, I forgot about my Zocdoc appointment. And yes, I took my appointment on a hike.
Now that's multitasking. You can't do that on a regular doctor's office.
Appointments made through Zocdoc happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same day appointments, and I've done that many, many times before. I use Zocdoc, and you should too. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to Zocdoc.com/unplanned to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/unplanned. Zocdoc.com/unplanned.
It was a bad idea. I've never done that before because I have always just followed the mindset of like, don't be anxious, don't be stressed, just like experience things as you experience them and like just try not to be stressed. Stress is terrible for pregnancies and it's just it doesn't, like worrying about it does not change the outcome. So I've always thought just take one pregnancy test and it's positive, like, you know, but then stop testing. But at this point, I was like letting my worries get the best of me. So I'm taking these HCG tests and they were all coming out positive, but the line was kind of faint. Like I would say it was even fainter than 4 weeks pregnant. Mm-hmm. And so that made my worry so much greater. I was really, really worried at this point. I was trying to stay calm, but I was just like texting my friends and like trying to figure out what this could mean. I'm Googling. I'm like on rabbit holes, like online. And then something online said to like, it said something about this like hook effect that can happen like with your HCG levels. I'm getting so in the weeds, but the people that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. So like there comes a point, I guess, where your HCG levels get so high that like those strip tests don't
even show a line. You don't even see the line anymore. The line's really faint.
Or it's faint. And so they were saying you can know that this is happening if you dilute your urine and then take the test and if it's darker. And so, I mean, this is all TMI, but this whole process we're transparent here. I like dipped the strip into the toilet bowl, like with all the water in it. And the line was very, very dark.
Yeah.
And so that gave me some peace of mind, but I was still concerned.
So we called up a pregnancy center on the island that...
Yeah, because you were in Hawaii at this point.
They, I guess, just do, you know, these tests and they do ultrasounds for women for free. It's one of those non-for-profit pregnancy centers. And so we booked an appointment, but then when it came time for our appointment, we ended up finding out that their ultrasound tech machine was... Oh, we didn't know it was the tech. The tech
was out for like a couple weeks.
Yes. And so we weren't able to get an ultrasound, which is what Abby wanted, to just make sure that baby was okay. And so we ended up not going to the appointment because all they could do is give Abby another pregnancy test, which she'd already taken those, and they keep coming back positive.
And I just knew at this point, I was like, my rational side of my brain was like, you are really like letting these fears become so much greater than they need to be. But then also there's that like mama bear side of you that's like, I just want to make sure my baby's okay. That's like panicking. And so, yeah. I mean, that was like a weird tailspin time because I was like, Abby, like, I almost didn't want to tell my friends like I was worried about this because I was like, I know I'm being too paranoid, but like, you know, you just hear so many things and it is such a like fragile time, like, you know, in pregnancy. So I just like try to continue to stay calm. And then honestly, it was like a few days later when I was like, we need Taco Bell right now, or we need McDonald's, which has always been like my early pregnancy cravings, is just fast food. And I say pregnancy cravings lightly because it's really not a craving as much as it's an aversion to literally every other food except for like a Taco Bell quesadilla or like a McDonald's McDouble, which I never eat those outside of pregnancy, but sometimes that's like all that sounds good. That's always been like my early craving. I keep seeing these videos that are like something they don't tell you about the first trimester of pregnancy is that anything you cook at home tastes terrible. It's true. I've had that both times. I'm kind of getting out of that now, obviously.
Taco Bell was our go-to.
Yeah, like remember that night I was like trying to get down one quesadilla. I was like, please. Because you said my appetite had gone up, but I feel like I wasn't really eating a ton at that point because nothing was really sounding good.
Maybe at first, like maybe, I mean.
Yeah, maybe at first.
You didn't have any of those aversions or nausea initially, so I think you were worried. Our friend that told us they were pregnant at the same time as us, they were also confused why they weren't having any nausea. And
maybe it's something to do with the third because it's her third as well.
But yeah, then
your body just starts to get used to it.
But then a couple weeks later, you guys both were like, "Whoa, this is not fun."
Yeah, I will also say this was the first pregnancy I've ever taken Unisum and B6, which is like not a prescription nausea relief, but it's like a commonly used way to remedy nausea during like early pregnancy. And so that's also surely why I wasn't experiencing as like I think it really does work. I obviously am still nauseous, but it's not like what it has been the other times.
Maybe that's partially why you've been more tired too, because I know the Unisum does knock you out. Like I'm
actually thinking about stopping taking that because I am so freaking tired, and I slept like 10 hours last night.
Is it better though than being nauseous? Like, would you choose being tired over not being nauseous?
I would choose being tired over being nauseous for sure. But today, as I was driving, I literally felt like it was like kind of not safe.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of like, do I need to pull over and like slap myself? Yeah. Like,
well, you're a little lady. Like, you know, there's.
Well, that's why I usually take half.
Those over-the-counter drugs affect you more than someone like me because I'm twice your size.
I know.
You know, like it is crazy. I think one time, one time Abby rear-ended her parents' car because she taken a Unisum or something the night before.
I took a nighttime cold aid.
And it was like you were on drugs, like leaving the house, and you said you could hear the beeping of our car.
I heard the beeping. It just like literally wasn't registering in my brain. Like the car is beeping because you are literally about to hit another vehicle.
And you just kept driving.
I mean, they weren't in the car. They were. I literally hit a parked car. That was not my finest moment. I think we really kind of got the gist of it all.
Yeah.
My main symptom is, I would say, breast changes. Definitely swell and get very, very tender. That's been my main symptom with my other two pregnancies as well. Some people don't have any changes in that area. Yeah. It's like my body's first response. They're like, we need to do this right now. We got to triple this size. And
well, and two, like you have the cutest little bump right now because I think your body is just like it's like it's go time. That's what they say. It's game time.
They say with like more pregnancies you've had, the sooner your bump appears.
Yeah,
super. You think that's been the case?
Super teeny, super tiny, but I love it. Like it's just like a little tiny little pooch, and there's a little strawberry-sized baby in there right now.
I know it does say strawberry. Yeah. In a couple days it says lime.
A lime. I didn't know that.
That feels a little bit dramatic.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think these apps are a little bit generous.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't really believe that it's that.
That there's a lime-sized baby inside your belly?
Yeah, but it's just like cute to have a fruit you can always compare it to.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're somewhat accurate.
You know what would be really cute is if we show the fruit, like those fruits to our boys to help them understand that the baby's growing in your belly. Because Griffin's been giving Abby kisses on her belly. Mm-hmm. He's been saying like, didn't he say like I love you to the baby or something? Or he just...
Well, every night we'll sit with Griffin and we'll like say something you're grateful for.
Yeah.
He says, I'm grateful for the baby. It was sweet. Because I think you've said that some nights. Yeah. And so then he said it. But it was still really sweet that he said it on his own.
He copies me.
Sometimes I wonder if my bump is actually baby or if I'm just like, it's a result of being so constipated.
No, being constipated?
Yeah, and like bloated.
I didn't realize that you were... I know you had like one day where you were feeling constipation. No. I didn't realize the constipation was like a daily thing.
Dude, I used to go number 2 every day.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You told me you had like 5 days of...
I'm like once or twice a week now.
Wow, I didn't realize that. I thought that was a one-time thing because you told me that you went 5 days without going.
Oh yeah. Gosh. That keeps happening.
We need to get you on some Fiber One bars. I used to eat those when I was in high school. I could not get off the toilet, man.
Why
they're
were you
so
eating
good.
those in high school?
I think my mom was buying them from Costco, and they just tasted really good.
Well, here's the other thing. It's a double whammy because I've been only eating carbs and like no fruits or vegetables, which is like the fiber I need.
Oh yeah.
But then also the pregnancy, and also like I've heard that prenatals can also constipate you. I don't know, but we don't need to dwell on that. But that's just another unflattering thing. Also, let me just tell you, bumps get less cute the more pregnancies you have.
I disagree. I think your bump's really cute.
Because I just feel like I already have this like stretched out belly skin that's not as like firm and like there's like stretch marks on it now and stuff.
I think you look really cute. I think no, seriously, like every time I look at you, I'm like, holy cow! Like it's
sweet.
Beautiful what's happening. Like you growing a baby and just seeing the way that your body's changing to accommodate that baby it's really cool. It's
sweet.
special, very special.
I wanted to say this, that like I think the reason I also was having like those nerves, but also the peace before we like took the test to find out about baby number 3 is that I'm like actually gonna get emotional saying this. Is that now, like obviously the first time is so exciting, but now we know how much joy and purpose another little blessing brings us. Like, and we also just know. I mean, we know the depth of how great it is to like be given the responsibility to parent another child. That it almost feels like seeing that positive test, like now a third time, is just it's just the impact is even deeper.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, 100%.
Like there's not this like jittery excitement, but there's just this deep anticipation.
Yeah.
Like, and just I feel different seeing that positive test this time around, but I feel like it's even more joyful, even more exciting, because I just know how much I'm gonna love this little baby.
There's been a viral clip going around from the actor that plays Saul in Better Call Saul.
Yes.
And in this podcast, he says that he is jealous of people
he was asked, he was like, who are you jealous of right now?
Yeah, somebody asked him who he's jealous of, and he said that he's jealous of people that still have little kids in the house. And it just kind of hit me like how special this time really is, because it doesn't last forever. It's the most cliche thing you could freaking say is, they grow up so fast, but it's true. And so, having another baby on the way, it's so exciting because we know that we get to do everything we're doing right now all over again. And
we just get to add them to like this puzzle of our family. And like, it's just like, it feels like your heart expands even greater. And I just think about, I can't even describe, like it's just your heart is literally ripping open because it's growing bigger to just fit all your little precious blessings. It's so mushy gushy, but it's literally so true. That's exactly how I feel. That like I don't feel the same, but I feel even more excited this time around. Like now I know how awesome it is. I know how incredible being given this blessing of this responsibility is. And so, and then also leading into that, like, I can say I genuinely have no gender preference for this child. Like, I would not I'm not saying anyone that experiences gender disappointment, like, I think that's totally valid. I don't think that they're a bad parent. I don't think there's no judgment on that. But from the place that I'm at, I literally feel completely neutral. It's been on my mind recently as I've been listening to a romance audiobook. The type of people that like romance are generally women, I would say.
Yeah.
But then also, like, is it women in relationships, or is it women that are single that like it more, or is it women that are like in lonely relationships or good relationships? I don't know. I feel like across the board, women just love romance.
Here's the thing. I wonder, do more women or men listen to audiobooks in general? Because like my brother and I will listen to audiobooks while we're working out or doing some sort of physical activity, but your mom is the one that introduced me to Audible. So I don't know.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you, no matter what kind of listener you may be. Fancy a dalliance with a duke? Or perhaps a sexy billionaire? Ow.
Wow.
Find a book boyfriend in the city and another on the hockey field. Or if nothing on this earth satisfies you, you can always find love in another realm. You could really find something that really just hits the nail on the head for just what you're looking for.
Hear modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Ali Hazelwood, the latest romantic series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, and Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander, plus all the really steamy stuff.
I'm going to put my own personal recommendation in there. I would say Carly Fortune. Check out her new release this summer. Get it on your Audible. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/unplanned. And I don't know, like, it's... What do you think? I feel like we keep saying boy because we have 2 boys, and it's just so easy to picture a third little boy coming alongside. Like, I have a very clear image of what that would look like.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I really don't have a preference. I partially want a girl for you because I think you would love to have your little girl. I know yesterday we were somewhere where there were some kids. Oh, we went to an ice cream shop. Our friends just opened up an ice cream shop.
Little leotards.
And they came in their dance attire, and your heart just like melted because you thought back to when you were a little girl going to dance class. And I think that'd be fun, right? Like, I also took ballet. Like, I could literally teach our daughter how to do pirouettes and, fouettes. My fouettes suck, but or like switch leaps. Like, I grew up taking dance, and like, who knows if Griffin and Augie are going to want to do any dance, but like, it would be fun to have a little girl.
Right.
And there's so much fun to be had there.
Yeah, I just don't have an image for what that would look like, so then I'm like, why does it feel kind of intimidating to have a girl? I think it's because we're so used to the boy world, but it would be like such a new and exciting thing.
Yeah, we have been throwing around the idea of waiting till the actual birth to find out the gender, but I quite honestly don't think that we would be able to do that. Like, I think one of us would just have to find out,
Yeah, well, you were like, we've never done, we've just always opted out of genetic testing, like the early blood testing. But then I feel like it's bothering you that we could know now.
Yeah, we honestly
could.
Why do I want to know? Like why
you're
do
more antsy than I would have thought.
Why do I want to know for myself?
You can find out.
And then we just don't tell anybody and we just know ourselves.
No. I like to
fun.
find out at 20 weeks. Okay, I would be down to waiting till birth, but I also think for Griffin and Augie, it's easier for them to they already know, our niece hasn't been born yet, but they know that her name is Brielle, and they know that she's coming and that she's a little girl, and her name is Brielle, and I just feel like that helps them have an image of what to expect, because I feel like pregnancy can be so elusive to little kids,
totally,
especially at this young toddler age, that I feel like if we were able to be you're gonna have another brother or a sister, and we're gonna call them this, they're in here, I feel like it just helps them wrap their mind around the transition a little bit more. Obviously it's not necessary, but I do think it's easier for them to kind of enter that transition knowing if it's a brother or sister and what their name is, and kind of picture it more. It makes them feel more human.
I know my dad would love to have a granddaughter. I think he was hoping that one of me and my brothers were going to be a girl.
No, he did. He was really hoping one of you guys was going to be a girl.
And that didn't happen. But telling my parents was fun. My parents actually had no idea.
They were shocked.
I had been pretty open about being content with 2 because I was I'm so happy with 2.
Yeah.
And they kind of thought that we might be done. And so when we shared with them we were pregnant, they could not believe it. They live in St. Louis, so we flew all the way from Phoenix to St. Louis to tell them, and it worked out because I have a lot of family in St. Louis that we were able to tell while we were there, my grandma, my aunts,
my grandma,
Abby's grandma,
your cousin.
Oh yeah, So there was just a lot of people to tell.
We also just wanted to tell all of our family. I think that's just a respectful thing to do before you share online. Yeah, it
was fun too because Griffin actually shared the news with my parents. He told them that there was a baby in Abby's belly, and they were like, "Wait, did I just hear what I thought he said?" And
we told him to do it.
Yeah, everybody freaked out.
He didn't exactly follow the plan.
I had to kind of tell him word for word what to say.
It's fine.
Who cracked me up though? Your grandma, for whatever reason, was expecting us to be pregnant with baby number 3. Her reaction kind of shocked me.
You can't pull a fast one on that lady.
You can't. Vicky she knows, man.
She's on top of it.
She really is.
My prediction as of right now is boy, but it is the least confident prediction I've had of the 3. The strongest reason I think it might be a girl is because my mom thinks it's a boy. And she's been wrong every single time.
Your mom is always wrong.
What are the odds that this is the one time she's right? You know what I mean?
That would be weird. Yeah, I kind of just...
That's my main... And she thinks it's a boy. So then I'm like, that's my strongest indicator that we're having a girl. But, okay, by the way, we talked about, the method of, how you can try for a girl specifically.
We didn't do that method. So for anybody that's like, oh, you're gonna have a girl because you did that method, we didn't do that method.
So I mean, it could still work, and even if we're having a boy, we just didn't do it. So I don't know. Our friends that are pregnant right now, they have 2 boys. They just found out that they're expecting their girl. They did the method. They're another couple.
Yep.
So I mean, if it's really important to you to have a girl, then I would say try it. Look into it.
The shuttle method. Look it up.
Shuttle.
Make sure you follow it to a T.
But we didn't do that. So don't
this
think
is
that
not
we're having
health
a girl.
advice. We are not doctors.
No,
we
for
are
sure.
just TikTokers who blew up by doing TikTok dances on TikTok.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I think we'll probably find out around like halfway mark. I think that's a really good checkpoint for me. Like get to 20 weeks, find out, and then prepare.
I don't know if I can wait that long.
You want to do the blood test?
They have to draw your blood?
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Oh my gosh, they already did draw your blood.
I give blood every time we go.
A champ when they did that, by the way. So
Matt,
tough.
I've had 2 babies.
Yeah, that's true. Having a baby is way more.
Giving blood is not a problem.
Yeah.
I don't have a phobia of it. Some people like said that their worst part of delivery was the IV.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't have a phobia of needles though. Which is true. It's kind of weird that needle has to stay in you for so long. I'm just so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited
And I feel
too.
like it's like gonna be such a good time of year because it's not gonna be piping hot.
Yep.
We'll be able to go on walks. We've also just like talked about how much we want to do differently this time around. Just because you learn more about yourselves, you learn more about like what the experience is actually like. You learn more what to predict, like as far as like what birth and postpartum and breastfeeding, like all those things are gonna look like. Obviously, babies love to throw you a curveball. You never know. Every birth is different, but you kind of just have more of like an idea of what to expect. And so we've talked about how many things like we want to do differently this time around, what things we want to do the same. And I just feel like there's a different like level of confidence that I feel this time around, but also I just know that life wants to humble you all the time. So I can't get too comfortable. But yeah, this has been pretty good pregnancy so far.
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel real still.
I know you've been so tough. You've been like just you've been a warrior throughout this process.
That's not true. You guys, Matt has done the bedtime routine for the kids pretty much every single night. I was asleep before the kids were asleep last night on the couch while you were putting them to bed.
Wait, you're right. Actually,
I
didn't realize that. Yeah, you fell asleep.
That was before the Unisum.
Wait, you're right. You're right. That's so funny. What's up with our kids waking up at 5:30? By the way, oh my God, we need to fix that.
Traveling with them too much.
Yeah, after coming back from St. Louis to tell my parents that we're pregnant, our kids have now been waking up at 5:30.
Well, he was up before that, Matt. He was up at like 5.
Guys, like please just sleep. Just sleep till. Can we do 6:30? Like, is that too much to ask?
Well, I'm gonna start doing their red light, green light.
Yeah.
And they can't come out until it's a green light.
Yeah, we just bought some blackout curtains courtesy of Abby. Blackout curtains that we will be
how they turn out.
Putting up. And we have this like one little window though that is like random
it's like a skylight basically.
Yeah, it's like a skylight. So we need to cover that up too.
We need to get a bigger car.
We do.
We don't have a vehicle with a 3rd row.
Let us know your recommendations for a 3-row vehicle. We will be in the market for one very soon.
Oh my gosh, I was literally just thinking of something that sounds so good right now.
What sounds good?
Those pretzel rolls at Culinary Dropout with the provolone dip.
That sounds good.
And their chopped chicken salad with the deviled eggs.
Ooh, do you need to get that? Should we get that for you tonight?
So no, I should eat my food at home.
If you want, hey, you want it, you got it.
But
Let's make it happen.
So good. But yeah, I just feel so grateful. I feel so thankful. I feel so excited. I feel so happy. I'm just like every day I'm like I can't complain, and I just have this like exciting little
How
blessing.
crazy is it?
And
if
the
you
best
guys,
person to raise babies with.
Oh yes, if you guys have been with us since, I mean, yeah, I feel so lucky to have you. You're the best mom. If you guys have been with us since Hawaii, thank you for being here. Or even if you've been here since we lived in our apartment in Springfield, Missouri,
that's crazy.
That is even cooler. But it's just crazy that it's been 5 years of being on social media in a big way. I mean, I guess we started 6 years ago, but it kind of took off 5 years ago during COVID. And so just to have you all here along for this journey of life is crazy. And we love like running into you guys in person. We love getting to chat with each and every one of you whenever we're like out at the grocery store or at Disney World or whatever.
The train park.
Yeah, the train park. Did someone say hi to you at the train park today?
I met a couple people at the train park.
That's so sweet.
It was really fun.
I love that.
And if you're also pregnant at the same time too, comment down below.
Comment down below.
Join like the,
okay?
We can have like a little community because pregnancy can be a really lonely, like isolating time. You're like, I'm the one person going through this, and like it's really nice to have other people around you that also can relate and to just, I don't know, make you feel not crazy. It even just makes me feel better when I see like these, I show Matt like these funny videos. I've been getting all the first trimester reels recommended to me.
Yeah.
And it's like that video that was like, when my husband brings my food and you're like no longer craving it. And it's like, where's my drink? My diet Dr. Kelp, like that. Like, I don't know, all these like funny videos about first trimester cravings and like being so tired. But then also, shout out to Matt. I tell you often, but I just think like obviously you're the parent to our kids, you're their father, like you do stuff for them always, but you've done so much like more than your share recently because I've just been like checked out every nighttime. Like you've done the nighttime routine every single night. You do the morning shift. You just like doing double time for me, which I really appreciate.
Well, no, like you said, I'm their dad. So like that is literally
Still.
my job, but thank you. And then also it's just so much fun. Like,
no, I know you enjoy it, but still I know like at times you're probably like, man, I feel like a single dad right now.
Well, I kind of see the appeal of people that are stay-at-home dads because, for instance, today going to the gym, we went to the gym as a family. The boys specifically wanted me to carry both of them inside. And like, that's never happened before. You know, like usually at least one of our boys is wanting
That's
mama.
true.
Usually one of them wants
They're starting
mama.
to prefer you. They're
but
like, mom's checked out right now.
I've spent so much time with them that they just like, they were fighting over who dad was going to hold. So I held both of them.
Yeah.
And it just kind of was cool because,
That's true.
you know, like they've always been such a fan of their mom because they have the best mom and you're so good to them. But
They're like,
this
mom's
extra,
too sleepy now.
but I mean, the extra quality time with them has been amazing. So it's been a blessing for me too. And I feel like it's made my life more fulfilling and
Well, you're
brought
always
so
like
much.
super active with them, but like obviously now it's like you've been spending way more time with the kids than I have. So
Well, truly, I mean, a
I
big
was
part of
asleep
it,
before they were asleep last night.
I'm
If that
so-
tells you anything.
I mean, it's been so freaking hot in Arizona, but the pool, man, like I swim with them in the pool
Yeah, you
basically
guys
every day.
bond in the pool
and I
every
swear
day.
Griffin's gonna be the next Michael Phelps because that kid
He's a
is
fishy.
doing laps already. I'm like, you're 3. Like you're not supposed to be able to swim that good at 3, but he's so good at swimming.
But,
I'm
yeah,
a
see?
proud papa.
Proud papa.
Yeah.
We've been brainstorming baby names, and I feel like we have a more established boy name than a girl name, I would say.
Really? Okay. Because the girl name that you told me when we were dating is the one that I was thinking that we could potentially use.
I still think I still like that one, but I just feel like I am more firm on the boy name, which is weird because we've already used 2 boy names.
We're just gonna throw away all the names that we decided on in high school while we were naming our children.
It's kind of how it goes usually.
Wow. Can't believe that.
No, we might use our girl name from when we were in high school. You never know.
We could.
That would be kind of sweet. It's like we literally have thought of your name since you were in high school. Or since
Yeah.
we were in high school.
We were 17 and 18.
But you know my hang up with that name.
I do know you're hanging up with that name.
But yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, yeah, we will.
There's no reason to get serious about it at 10 weeks pregnant.
We've already, like, with our close friends and family, I've been telling people the names that we're thinking of,
Oh,
which
yeah,
I think which is risky, you know, because if you tell people the name,
Then they can tell you they don't like it.
get prepared to get your feelings hurt because someone could say something hurtful.
I think it's also different than the way that you say it. Like, also our family is very good about that. You also have to know who you're saying it to.
Yeah.
I don't think our family's going to say something that is, like, rude. Or like don't use that name, but we're like, if it's a boy, we are liking this name. If it's a girl, we are liking this name. Rather than like, what do you think about this name? Because we like it. Like that's kind of just like
Yeah.
opening the door for feedback if you don't want it. But maybe you do want feedback. I don't know. I also do think that like there's a certain element of like telling other people. By the time it's your third, it's like a little bit more casual,
Yeah.
right? I can't believe we're here at this point.
I know.
Now it just feels like, oh my gosh, we had to wait so long. But hopefully this flies by.
Yep. Well, you guys, thank you for being here. This was a fun little chat, and we will see you in the next episode. This has been fun.
You know the news now. No more secrets.
No more secrets.